Welcome, everybody, yet another extra episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. If you're enjoying your day, sweet. If not, what the hell ever. And it is Saturday, which means today is the Royal Rumble. The beginning of the road to WrestleMania begins tonight, and it's going to be exclusive here for the streaming services only for this one, because I'm going to be both discussing my Royal Rumble predictions and also what I may be feeling is going to be happening in the lead to WrestleMania in terms of some matches I kind of have a gut feeling are going to be happening. So let's go over the matches. We only got like 4 matches. Like, I'm recording this about like 48 hours prior, but we got like 4 matches that are set for this event, and I'm going to go over them now. So first off, we've got Logan Paul defending the United States Championship against Kevin Owens. I mean, Logan Paul, he's been champion for I don't know how long. He's been disgracing the United States Championship. Kevin Owens, he won a championship tournament to become the #1 contender, which I am glad for. Because seeing that rather than somebody just being handed an opportunity, I can be on board. You gotta earn that stuff. I don't know, I feel like, I know, like I said, Logan Paul's been disgracing the championship. Sometimes he's showering with it or he wants to pawn it off. But something to me feels like he's going to be retaining this championship overall. Something just says it. I don't know what. I mean, it would be nice to see Kevin Owens be U.S. champion again, but I don't think we're going to see a title change here just yet. We've got the Fatal 4-Way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Defending champion Roman Reigns against fellow challengers Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Yeah. So, we know that Randy's been gunning for the championship since he came back at Survivor Series. LA Knight, he's wanting another shot, and AJ Styles, he turned heel, so who knows what's going on with him in the OC, and he's looking jacked as hell. While, like, having this mean streak. But this Fatal 4-Way, I know, like, there's been some speculation also depending on what may be happening involved. If The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania, I'm going to get into that prediction in just a bit. But when it comes to this Fatal 4-Way, I have a feeling Roman's still going to retain. I don't think it's time for him to drop the championship yet. I don't think he's going to go as far as to break Hogan's record that he had with the overall WWE championship from, like, I think it was like from 1984 until he lost it in that match against Andre at the main event in 88. So I think Roman's going to keep this championship, and I'll get to why when I get to the other predictions or after all this. Now, the Women's Royal Rumble match, we got 30 entrants, and so far, as I'm recording this, there's only 6 entrants that have been named. Bayley and Bianca representing SmackDown, and then on the Raw side, we have Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Maxine Dupree, who was recently added, and Ivy Nile, who I honestly don't know anything about. So we got 30 women for the Women's Royal Rumble. I mean, we're going to see probably like throw in some NXT entries. I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, there will be more entries that are announced for like on SmackDown, and we'll get some outside entries. We'll probably see Michelle McCool again. Like holy crap. I mean, it would be so nice to see other names, like, in the past. Bring back Candice, Michelle, or Layla. That would be nice. When it comes to this, I have something in me feels like it may be Bayley. Bayley would be my top choice. Becky Lynch would be my second choice. But I'll get to that stuff as well when I get to this next, after I cover the rest of the Royal Rumble. Now you also got the Men's Royal Rumble. So far, the only SmackDown, or we got 8 entries out of 30. The only SmackDown entrant so far is Bobby Lashley. And the Raw additions are Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Kofi Kingston, and Damian Priest. I mean, we can take a big wild guess as to other entrants and everything that are coming in. I mean, you can bet that both of the Usos are going to be in. Xavier Woods. I don't know if Big E is going to be back. I know he's been doing some appearances and everything, but who knows if he's going to be back at 100%. Probably going to have the Street Profits. And, like, added in there, too, to help with Bobby Lashley and whatever faction that Karrion Kross has been going on with. Now, the 2 obvious picks are CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Something in me says it's going to be Punk. Because you look at the build and everything, and I know there's still that injury worry with involving Seth Rollins. He says he's going to be there at WrestleMania no matter what. So it's kind of feeling like what we saw back in 2017. But again, it's also still a legit injury, but saying he's going to be there no matter what. So Seth's not going to be vacating the championship. We're going to see a World Heavyweight Championship match with him at WrestleMania. So I have a feeling CM Punk's going to win. Runner-up is most likely going to be Cody. That feels like that's what they're building to in terms of the final two. So I got Punk over Cody, and with the women's match, it's going to be Bayley over Becky. Becky may be the runner-up, but I have a feeling Becky's going to be like my second choice. The Universal Championship match, Roman's going to retain, and Logan Paul is going to retain against Kevin Owens. Now, what does this then lead to WrestleMania and my predictions there? Well, we also got the Elimination Chamber coming up in Australia. We're going to have some number one contenders matches. They're going to have something for the women, so I think Becky's going to win that to get her shot at WrestleMania. And then the men are going to do it, and you're going to have Cody win this one. I don't see him winning back-to-back Royal Rumble matches. I know he's one of the top guys, but I have a feeling he's going to earn a shot at the Elimination Chamber instead. So then that leads to what I predict is going to happen for WrestleMania. We're going to see, obviously, Cody Rhodes and get another shot at Roman Reigns. I know there's been rumors saying that, he's not going to finish the story. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. They're saying multiple sources, but they don't list the sources and everything, so there's no full credibility there. But we're going to see Cody versus Roman again, and maybe he's going to win it this time. Who knows? We're going to have Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's a given. We've been getting teases and builds to this, so it's eventual. And CM Punk can, probably on the end of night one, can get his WrestleMania main event that he's been wanting after all these years. We're most likely going to get Jimmy and Jay, because we're probably going to have them fighting in the Royal Rumble match, and then that one of them is probably going to eliminate the other and then lead to a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I believe they said in some kind of interview that that's their dream to have, so the Usos going against each other one-on-one. But it also makes me wonder what they're going to do with Randy. Because, Orton's finally back. Who knows what program idea they're going to have. I doubt they're going to do Randy AJ again. I know they did that like 5 years ago at WrestleMania 35, which people may not remember. But I have a feeling they're probably going to do more AJ and LA Knight. Probably based on what we saw when AJ returned and he attacked LA Knight, so we may be seeing AJ and LA Knight. For the women, I predict Becky is going to challenge Rhea Ripley. I know they started that build and everything, so that's a given. And we're probably going to see Bayley go against Io Sky and start to see the demise of Damage Control. Because she's probably not going to... She's going to say, hey, I'm not happy about Io being the champion. I want to be the champion. Haven't been a champion in a while, so maybe Bayley's motivation if she wins the Royal Rumble to go after Io, disassemble at least some of the Damage Control, if not all of it. Because I know Dakota Kai is still on the injured reserve list and everything, and you got other members like Kairi Sane, Io Sky, and Asuka. But I have a feeling Bayley's going to be going after her own teammate going through all this. Now, you look at other matches, we're probably going to also see a big six-man tag of sorts. Probably going to be Karrion Kross and AOP, who came back going against Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, who are known as The Pride, which I'm not on board with that name. Just feels generic. Anything else? We're also probably, we're going to have to see Cody and Shinsuke probably have, interactions at the Elimination Chamber because they've been building that with the Red Mist and everything, so we're not going to see that at WrestleMania. Who knows what they're going to do with Drew or Shinsuke after this, because Drew, they were teasing stuff with him and Punk and everything. Maybe they're going to have a match coming up at Elimination Chamber one-on-one. I know Punk is on the poster for that. Who knows what's else going to happen. If Damian Priest is ever going to cash in, they're probably going to save that for right after WrestleMania. Gunther, I think there's been, rumors that maybe he's going to go against Brock. That would be a huge match. Two mammoth-sized men beating meat. But it's are you going to have Brock go for the Intercontinental Championship? The only time I remember him going for that belt was at, Vengeance 2002 when he went up against Rob Van Dam. And that match ended in, disqualification in order to not have the title change hands, but both men keeping strong and Brock being undefeated and shit. I know they got the women's tag titles. Who knows if they're going to have a match at WrestleMania, and quite honestly, I don't want to see it, because again, those belts have got to go. I still stick with what I said early on in the podcast. Those belts have no place being around in WWE. Your women's tag division is a joke. There's nothing concrete with that division. Please let it end. You've been to the 24/7 championship. Well, almost been it, because Nikki Cross missed the trash can, but please do so with the women's tag belts too. Okay, I get that'll be one less thing for the women to go for, but again, the women's tag division is just a complete jumbled up mess. Then maybe for Logan Paul, maybe they can try again also as well with Kevin Owens, again at WrestleMania, maybe put some kind of stipulation match. Otherwise, you could do a multi-man ladder match, get everybody on the pay card, And it'll probably be nice to see the United States Championship on the line in a ladder match at WrestleMania rather than the Intercontinental Championship like we've seen so many times. Like, for example, WrestleMania 31 and 32. So, I mean, have a lot of people gun for the United States Championship after this. So, yeah, those were at least some, like, predictions and everything. There may be more, like, I'm glad they're doing this 2-night thing for WrestleMania. I know people are mixed, whether they say, like, go back to 1 night or 2. I prefer 2 nights of WrestleMania. Just because that's easier to sit through. Because, like, 1 long night, especially after what we saw with WrestleMania 35, like, holy crap. 2 nights is easier to digest. Watch a night, get some rest. The next night, watch the rest of the show. Rather than, like, 900 hours of one event all in a row. Yeah, so, hopefully this is going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to be watching it tonight live as it happens. But as soon as I can, I'll try to get a review also exclusive here on the streaming services that this podcast is available on outside of YouTube. Because I don't want to have to jump in extra episodes and mess up my planned upload topic schedule that I already have set for the podcast for like the next 10 years on YouTube. So that settles that. So if you all want to let me know if there are comment section on any of these streaming services, let me know what you think in the comments or what your predictions are for the Royal Rumble. Otherwise, you can contact me on social media. Just look at TheDoubleZTV, like on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, and let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions for the Royal Rumble and maybe any WrestleMania predictions? Like I said, hopefully this is going to be a good one. I know last year was a really good show, so let's see if they can keep this streak going. So if you enjoyed today's episode, folks, leave a like if you got on these services, or rate 5 stars if you enjoyed it the most. It's all depending on your preferences and your own feedback. Follow if you're listening, like on any services that this podcast is available on if you want to keep hearing more. And I'll catch you all next time, and peace out, and good day, everybody.